This is a film about psychological warfare. A specific type of warfare designed to distract, misinform,
but trust me,
and anesthetize the brain. It has many disguises and is used against every one of.
Well, we have a rather curious subject today, but one that seemingly is involved in practically everything that happens on Earth, and that is the human mind. There are no adequate definitions as to what the mind is, but there is a reasonable accumulation of data concerning what the mind does.
It's a separation program for the mind, the body, and the spirit. And this is a plan that they've been implementing for a long time. And with this plan there comes a lot of problems, and with problems come solutions. So with that being said, we need to keep those three things in mind when we're talking about the separation program of the mind, body, and spirit. There's a plan, there's a problem, and there's a solution. Okay, so the plan.
Let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%. The second factor is the services we use. This encompasses everything: the food we eat, clothing, TV, heating. These are very good things. Getting rid of poverty means providing these services to almost everyone on the planet.
That if there were powerful interests trying to manage and manipulate public opinion, they would be exposed.
I'm going to talk today about energy and climate. And that might seem a bit surprising because my full-time work at the foundation is mostly about vaccines and seeds, about the things that we need to invent and deliver to help the poorest 2 billion live better lives.
Their business is perception management, to manage public perception, public policy on behalf of their clients, whoever they might be.
Really, advanced civilization is based on advances in energy. The coal revolution fueled the Industrial Revolution, and even in the 1900s, we've seen a very rapid decline in the price of electricity. That leads to a temperature increase, and that temperature increase leads to some very negative effects. The effects on the weather, perhaps worse, the indirect effects in that the natural ecosystems can't adjust to these rapid changes, and so you get ecosystem collapses. The climate getting worse means that many years their crops won't grow. There'll be too much rain, not enough rain. Things will change in ways that their fragile environment simply can't support. We need to meet a new constraint, and that constraint has to do with CO2. So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. That's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population.
We are taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to obey the law, to respect everyone who respects us. We're taught to display courtesy, to be polite, but we're also taught that at any time, anyone in any way inflicts or seeks to inflict violence upon us, we are within our religious rights to retaliate in self-defense to the maximum degree of our ability. We never initiate any violence upon anyone, but if anyone attacks us, we reserve the right to defend ourselves. So to accuse us of being violent is like accusing a man who is being lynched, who is being hung on a tree, simply because he struggles vigorously against his lyncher.